God damn, last month went fast. Yeah, wow. Last month I started the channel and I've had a lot of fun since kicking everything off. One of my first few videos was a manga haul video. Thought I may as well give you guys a update of the remaining manga I picked up for the rest of July. And there's a little bit more than I thought there would be. Stick around because there's some manga to check out and there's some additional items for us to add to the back here. I don't want to spoil anything because some of these items are just epic. For me, I find these truly amazing, which is obviously why I picked them up, but it'll also give you a bit of an insight into some of the things I like. If you want to check out my last manga haul video, I've got it just up here. Some of the volumes of manga I picked up are purely because you guys have been telling me certain manga to check on out. Thought I'd start to accumulate a few of those for a future video. Yes, I have a video planned, so I'm collecting a few of those so that I can have them all in my collection, so when I want to do the video they are all there. But enough of all that, let's get on into what we've picked on up. Before I get into everything today, I thought I'd ask you guys what's something you've been wanting to collect or pick up to add to your collection. And if you haven't started collecting yet and you're just curious about this sort of thing, why not throw a comment in the comment section below? I'll either respond or someone from the community will. So the first bit of manga I picked up was Witch Hat Atelier. I've seen plenty of you guys talk about this on social media and it honestly had me pretty curious. My local bookstore had it marked down a little bit from full retail price, so I thought, why not pick it up? Yes, I could have checked it out on one of the online platforms, but I thought it's discounted. It is something I do think I'll be quite interested in. Thought I'd pick it up and add it to the collection. I thought I'd try something a little different. While I'm adding it to the shelf behind here, I would read the back blurb of the first volume to then give you guys a bit of an insight. So if you're interested in picking it up, at least you'll have an idea of what it's about.
Meet young Coco, curious and bright, and desperate to learn how magic's wrought. But witches keep their secrets hidden tight, and witches Coco knows are born not taught. Then one day Coco spies upon a witch as he prepares the charm for which she yearns, and sees that, like her skill with threads and stitch, the truth is, magic's something she can learn. Now with this knowledge, Coco starts to try to teach herself the witch's way with charms, and yet her aspirations go airy, as Coco's magic causes grievous harm. To set things right, Coco leaves her hometown, and so begins the tale within this tome.
So yeah, the next volume of manga I picked up was Ganable. I purely picked this one up because of social media. Every second picture on my Instagram was Ganable. So I got curious, saw it in my local bookstore, and picked it up. I'm so glad I did because I instantly started reading it and I had a lot of fun reading it. Very different from a lot of manga I've read. I haven't read a lot of horror, zombie-esque sort of manga before, so for me this was a huge fresh take. Because yeah, I'm really glad I listened to what everyone was saying on social media and picked this one up, because I'm quite glad that I've done so, and I can't wait for the second volume to become available locally or online, because I'll be picking that up and reading that one as soon as I can.
After the mysterious disappearance of a countryside cop, the role is reassigned to Officer Daigo Agawa. He finds the remote village quaint and looks forward to an easygoing post among the warm and welcoming citizenry. Then he gets a call. The body of a local grandmother has been found. The scene immediately sows doubt for the young policeman. A human bite mark has been left on the corpse, and any suspicion that Daigo's voice is met with a strange, sudden, and intense hostility. Something dark is lurking under the idyllic facade of Kuge village, but can Officer Agawa spare himself and his family from it?
So the next bit of manga I picked up, one because it was discounted, it was $10 in a sale bin in my local mum and pop store, and that one is Descending Stories. I didn't know too much about it, so I actually got my phone out and checked online to get an idea of the art and the story, and it really intrigued me. The fact it was on sale, it doesn't look like an overly long read, like it's a really thin volume of manga. It intrigued me, so I thought I'd pick it up. It was only $10, so why not check it out? I'll be giving it a read soon. I'll let you guys know what I think.
A hapless young man is released from prison with nothing to his name, but knows exactly what he wants. To train in the art of Rakugo comedic storytelling, he persuades his idol, Rakugo master Yakumo Yurikuto, to take him on and receives the apprentice name Yotaro. Though Yotaro has no formal training or elegance, something about his charisma reminds Yakumo of someone from his past, and the ghost he still cannot seem to escape. And will Yotaro's presence be the one thing to undo the tenacious balance Yakumo has with his ward, Konatsu, or will it be the catalyst catalyst they need to move forward into the future.
The next volume of manga, I lied in my last manga video. I did not read the first volume until picking this one up, and that's Goodnight Punpun. I couldn't help myself. It was still available in my local bookstore, and I never see these, so I had to pick it up. I'll be adding it to my shelf right next to the first volume, and I'm starting to think I'll collect a few more of these before I start to read it. Yes, that's a dangerous habit you us manga collectors get into, but it's gonna be what happens, and I'm not too fussed about it. But yeah, I'm super stoked I picked this one up.
Punpun was an average kid in an average town, but things have changed. The love of his life wants to kill him, his parents got divorced, and God is being mean to him. What are you going to do now, Punpun?
Alrighty, so the next volume of manga I picked up was Dan Da Dan, and I picked this one up because there's been a fair few of you guys who've been telling me to pick this one up and give it a read. Now, I won't be reading this one straight away because, yes, spoiler, it will be in a future video. I will give you guys my thoughts on it, but right now I'm adding this one to my collection and I'm just sticking to volume 1. I've had a bit of a look online to see what the story's about, and yeah, it does fascinate me, so I am glad adding this one to my collection, even though it is just a singular volume. I know aesthetically single volumes and a lot of them in a collection look a little bit off. It is something I'm going to definitely have to work on. Very, very glad I'm adding this one to the collection.
Momo Ayase strikes up an unusual friendship with her school's UFO fanatic, who she nicknames Okuran because he has a name that is not to be said aloud. While Momo believes in spirits, she thinks aliens are nothing but nonsense. Her new friend, meanwhile, thinks the exact opposite. To settle the matter, the two set out to prove each other wrong, Momo to a UFO hotspot and Okuran to a haunted tunnel. What unfolds next is a beautiful story of young love and oddly horny aliens and spirits.
In my last manga haul video, I picked up a ton of Kaiju number 8 and I saw number 10 available and I picked it up so that I could add it to the rest back here and read through everything that I currently haven't for Kaiju number 8. Really keen. I'm so glad I've got I think 5 volumes to read now, so that's great. This one I'm very glad I picked up. The next one I saw pop up a little bit on my social media as well, and that's Hira Yasumi. I don't know if I've said that right. I've probably butchered it. I hope I haven't. And it does look quite different from yet again the typical shonen stories that I've normally read, which is why I wanted to pick it up. And yet again, it was another one that was suggested by a few of the people within the Otaku Down Under family, so I'm very keen to read through this one, and I think I'll be pleasantly surprised when I read through it, so yeah, I'm pretty keen to get started.
At 29 years old, carefree Hiroto Ikuda doesn't have a girlfriend, a full-time job, or a plan for the future. He couldn't be happier. Hiroto's breezy attitude isn't easy for everyone to understand though. In a world filled with anxiety, confusion and grief, Hiroto and the people who surround him are all just doing their best to figure out this thing called life. After developing an unlikely friendship with the grouchy old woman who lives in his neighborhood, Hiroto suddenly finds himself inheriting not just her house, but some rather difficult emotions as well. His 18-year-old cousin, Natsumi, moves in with him, but as a struggling art student, she has her own troubles to deal with and may just put Hiroto's easygoing lifestyle to the test.
Alright, you guys have been suggesting a lot of heat when it comes to manga, and this is one I've been wanting to pick up myself, and that is Fire Punch. Now, I know Fire Punch isn't an overly long series of manga. It only has, I think, 13, maybe 14, 15 volumes. I am very keen to read through this one. This will also be going in that video, so make sure you subscribe, because when that video pops up, you'll get notified. Challenges with these signature volumes, they aren't particularly cheap from a lot of my local bookstores, so I try to avoid picking them up locally and ordering them through online shopping places. So I did pay a little bit of a premium for this, but I am glad I have, because I know I will enjoy this.
Orphan siblings Agni and Luna, like the ice witch who cursed their world, are two of the blessed humans who hold special abilities. However, not all who are blessed are friendly, and after another of their kind attacks Agni and decimates the orphans' village, Agni fights to survive, vowing revenge.
Now this one I'm very keen to be showing to you guys, because I picked this up for a steal. Unfortunately, my local bookstore, they are closing down, but because they are closing down, they're doing a huge clearance. And one of the things they had on clearance was, yeah, this. Oh my god, how crazy. Blade of the Immortal Deluxe Edition Volume 1. Yeah, I picked this up for just under $50. In Australia, that's mental. That's ridiculously cheap. Retail, this goes for about $99. Yeah, that is absurd. I get it. Even online to pick this one up, minimum, you're looking $79, $75. So the fact I picked this up for $50, stoked. I've been wanting to pick up all of this for so long. And the fact that I saw this just sitting there on the shelf, I thought I'll pick it up. Didn't care how much it was. And when I got to the counter, it was like $49. My mind was blown. So I am so chuffed to have this. So excited to read through this. I'm already looking for the second volume because it's going to look very lonely sitting on the shelf by itself.
A cursed, seemingly immortal warrior aids a young girl in a quest for revenge as the student of a brutal new sword school tear a bloody path across Japan.
Now, the next volume of manga was recommended to me by the owner of that mum and pop store, and that is The Darwin Incident. Now, I've read this already, and I'm really glad I've read it already. It's a really wholesome story. To break it down really simply and really quickly, it's about a hybrid chimp human who simply just wants to live amongst people and have a carefree life. Takes a really twisted turn at the end. Really has made me go, God damn, I want that next volume. So I am glad I got recommended this because I will be reading through all of this series.
The Animal Liberation Alliance, an eco-terrorist organization, rescues a pregnant chimpanzee from an animal testing lab, only for it to give birth to a half-human, half-chimpanzee human-zee named Charlie. 15 years later, Charlie's human foster parents are finally ready to send him to a normal high school, where he makes his first friend, a human girl named Lucy. In the meantime, however, the ALA stance has become even more extreme, and now they're here to drag Charlie into their terrorist plot.
Now, the next volume of manga is one that has been raved about by the god of YouTube, and that is PewDiePie. So yes, you all probably already know what it's going to be, and that is Blam. I'm so glad I picked this one up. This one I actually picked up online with another bit of manga or another lot of manga because it was heavily discounted, like $20-$30 off its recommended retail. And I am glad I picked it up because locally it goes for about $60, and I can't justify paying $60 for one volume. I just can't. It's too much. I know prices in Australia are high, but $60 for one volume, it's getting a little ridiculous. But I am so keen to read this. I'm so keen to add this to collection, and I'm so keen to get more of these. The next thing that's getting added to the collection is probably one of the things that I'm most excited to show you guys. Yes, I've had a few little sneak peeks and spoilers of it out already, so you might know what it is. But I picked up the third and final box set of Naruto. Oh, I'm so excited, so glad I finally have this. This has been a go-to piece for my collection to finish off Naruto, and I'm so glad I finally have it because yeah, another video idea. So subscribe so you don't miss out when that video comes out. It's going to be a big one. Very keen to finally have this and add it to the collection because it's going to look absolutely sweet with the rest of them up there. Now the next few items are collectible items. Yes, they aren't manga, but stick around because they are absolutely epic. Like, I'm so keen to be adding these collectibles to my collection. The first thing that's getting added to the collection is something that's quite near and dear. It comes from my local bookstore. I put a post of it up on my Instagram, and I'm so keen to hang this up, and I'm hoping it comes off nice and clear, but it's this piece here. Now this piece has a lot of sentiment to myself and a lot of the local people in my area. It's from the local bookstore that's shutting down, D's Comics, and it's a memento art piece done by some local artists who have done an insane job, and they've got images of all the designs of D's Comics logo or brand logo that has been for the store, and this is going to hang up in the background here somewhere of the studio, and I'm so keen to be adding this because this is an amazing piece, and I'm very glad I picked it up. Alright, now the next piece I haven't opened up quite yet because I'm waiting for this one to get framed, but I'll put up a picture just up here of what it's going to be because it probably will go here, and I'm so keen for you guys to see it. This piece is going to be an epic piece. It's going to end up here hopefully, and I'm so glad I have it. Akira is one of my favorite anime movies. It's the name of one of my dogs. I am absolutely in love with it as a series. The art style, the story, it's just so damn beautiful. I have the first volume of the manga. I've read through that in a breeze and absolutely loved it to bits. I am waiting on collecting the rest of the manga through the premium collector's edition, and yeah, when that gets added to the collection, the smile on this boy's face is gonna be ear to ear. It'll be beaming. Alright, and now the last piece, I'm going to bring it up on screen, and then I'll probably do like a little pan around of this piece, because this is a collectible item that is honestly from one of my favorite things in the entire world outside of manga. It is still otaku related, so I thought I'd share it with you, and it'll likely be going in the backdrop so you will see it. And that is this piece here. It had me a little nervous because I haven't done orders online from this particular place ever. This piece here is a Kingdom Hearts figurine of Sora with a stained glass memorial in the background. Kingdom Hearts was my childhood game growing up. I had loved it to bits. I still love it to this day. I'm so keen for when the next game comes out. I'm over the moon. This arrived this afternoon, so it was just fate. While I was planning on recording this, I was hoping this would arrive, and I'm glad it did, so I could show you guys and finally get it up on the shelf. Now, I know today's video was yet again another manga haul, but I'm hoping to do these ones quite regularly, and I'm thinking I'll start doing them at the end of the month. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that damn like button. If you've had some fun and enjoying the ride so far and want to join along with the Otaku Down Under family, why not subscribe? But yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one.